How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which was up 7.66% on the day, posting up a strong green day. We saw a lot of volatility in these markets. We had a strong sell-off as far as for the most of the day, and then we picked it up big time inside of the after hours with the SPY finishing green, the tech sector picking up quite a bit. I'll talk about it further in this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. Do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $2.67, being up 7.66%. On the low, it tested $2.50, and then on the high, testing $2.69. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 15.755 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 13.017 million shares. So we did have above average volume on the day, and we did see some strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it's at 52.48. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 100-day, but we are above the 21-day EMA, and we did just close above the 50-day, which is around $2.63. We closed at $2.67. So it was great to see that BBIG was able to continue its run. So going into tomorrow, what is the level that you want to see BBIG get to? That's right here around the 100-day moving average, which is at $2.85. If we could break through $2.85, I'm looking forward to a move to the psychological area right here at $3. There could be some selling pressure here, but if we continue to have strength inside of the markets and we get an update in regards to the Cryptide spinoff, then I could see some more bulls wanting to step in and push this price up further. So let's say if we end up having some weakness for tomorrow, we ended up seeing a low of $2.50. So we can form a higher low, so being able to hold 260, that would be great. But if we can't hold 260, I want to see a continuation of us holding up above $2.50, or most preferably right around the 21-day EMA, which is right around $2.55. So again, just look out for 250 to hold up, because if that can hold up and then we get some sort of an update or we have some more strength coming into the tech sector, like I said, I want to see that move from BBIG going to 285. Now let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. Scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we take a look at recent filings here. We don't have any new ones or any closed ones, but for May the 2nd, we do have a change here from Stewart Partners Investment Advisors LLC with a change of 29.55% with 28,500 shares. Now, when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 51.54%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 6.15 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 250,000, updated 4 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 31.72%. Taking a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 28th, it was at 49.18, and then for the close of the 29th, being at 51.54. And then taking a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 15.47%, BBIG does have short short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution.
Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we see on the inflows at 8.31 million and then on the outflows at 9.71 million. So we had an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large it was 0, on the medium it was 5.63 million, and then on the small it was 2.68 million. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large it was 0, on the medium it was 6.91 million, and then on the small it was 2.80 million. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for May the 2nd it was 0. And then analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then taking a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then taking a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, as you saw, we had 0 on both sides. And then taking a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 8.55%. So this is not too bad for a volatile stock like BBIG. And like I said earlier, it was great to see it posted up a green day. We know it was having a good amount of momentum on the Friday, and we wanted to see that continue, and that's exactly what we got. So let's go into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, when it comes to the price action, I would like to see us form a higher low going into tomorrow. So what does that look like? We ended up testing support at $2.50. So a higher low would pretty much be price action above this level. So whether it might be at 255 or 253, this is what we want to look forward to. If it decides to break through 250, I just want to see some strength above 247. We want to make sure, as far as in a technical sense, we are seeing strength. This will bring in the attention of a lot more traders and push this price up even further. As far as for the high of the day, it was at $2.69. So what we'd want to see is a move to the 100-day, which is around $2.85. We get to 285, that's where I want to see some bulls really push this price up further to see if we can make that move to the psychological area right at $3. Again, add that to your homework if you're really bullish and you want to see the continued momentum. Now, as far as for the downside is concerned, like I said, I wouldn't be concerned whatsoever unless we broke through 247. But again, this could also be a loading zone if you're looking at it as far as taking advantage of the spin-off for Tide, because I do feel like BBIG should be able to get to at least $3 when we get some more info in regards to the update, because again, we know this play has been everywhere on social media, and we know as far as when that news comes in or we get a very strong catalyst, BBIG can move very quickly, and you really don't want to get left behind if you are interested in this play. Of course, you guys know I can't give you financial advice, and if you are a trader, making sure you're using the right risk management. I think some videos back I was saying if you wanted to trade or jump into BBIG, you'd want to set a stop loss around $2. So again, we have gained a lot of momentum since then, and here we are closing the day at $2.67. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership, we have been seeing some interest as well. We have an institution who is loaded up. And then taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. But that is no surprise if you've been in BBIG for quite some time, or maybe you might have checked out some other videos on social media, and that's heavily spoken about. And why is this beneficial? The reason why it's beneficial, if we have above average volume, which comes in due to a catalyst, then we can look forward to those strong moves in price action. And if you are looking for that move above $3, the next area that you want to keep an eye on to make sure that there's not too much selling pressure and the stock can move up further is around $3.16. And also, before I close this video out, don't forget that we have the FOMC meeting for this week. So we have Jerome Powell that's pretty much in the spotlight. He was saying in his last meeting that 50 basis points is on the table. So if he decides to follow along with the 50 basis points, or even if he goes lower than that, I'm expecting a rally inside of the market, especially inside of the tech sector, and that's where I see BBIG could really start gaining some steam and so forth. But if he ends up surprising the market and he goes up higher, then I can see, you know what, there's going to be a lot more fear coming in. And of course, for BBIG, there's a good chance that it could be impacted by this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really can't wait to see how the stock performs for the next trading day. We'll talk soon.